The Jewish Board of Deputies has welcomed today's Constitutional Court judgment ordering Bongani Masuku to apologise. The former COSATU International Relations head made a statement in 2009 that was found to have been of an extreme nature and constitute hate speech. He has 30 days now to apologise to the Jewish community. For more on this night, for their reaction, I'm joined by the board's National Director, Wendy Khan, who joins us virtually from here in Johannesburg. Wendy, thanks so much for your time this evening. I must admit, when I saw the story, I had to rack my brain to try and remember the details of it, because 2009 is a long time ago. And in reading up, I was reminded that the South African Human Rights Commission at the time, just a few months after that speech was made, I think it was on the Wits campus at an event there, they did find, they upheld your complaint, concluding that those remarks constituted hate speech against the Jewish community. And that was the crux of your complaint, hate speech against the community as a whole, and then directed Masuku to apologise, which he then didn't. And that got the ball rolling. That ended up in the Equality Court that upheld that. But it was the Supreme Court of Appeal judgment which found that Masuku's statement did not amount to hate speech. And that then started many years, and 2 years, I think it's been, waiting for a judgment from the Constitutional Court. So it's been a long road. Your organisation's reaction to the Constitutional Court's decision?
Hi, Marcel. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Absolutely. It's been 13 years going from the Human Rights Commission through all the courts, as you say. We've also been waiting for this judgment for 2.5 years in the Constitutional Court. And all we ever wanted was an apology. We wanted an acknowledgement that these words were hurtful and harmful under the new definitions. They constitute harm, a threat of harm to our community. And all we ever asked for was an apology from Bongani Masuku. And for 13 years, he fought that apology. What's so important with this case is that it's never been about freedom of expression. We have no problem with freedom of expression. But when that freedom of expression veers into the element of protected speech and fellow South Africans are threatened, that's when the red lines are crossed, and that's when our courts need to come into operation, and they certainly have this week.
Why was it so important for you to see this out, some 13 years?
Because any community that experiences hate in South Africa should have recourse and should have the protection of the courts, whether it is Islamophobia or homophobia or xenophobia or anti-Semitism. Every South African has got a right to be protected. And certainly our Constitutional Court came out this week very strong on that. And we're very grateful and appreciative of that.
Are you hoping that this time around Mr. Masuku will indeed apologise?
I do hope he does, because I think his resistance over the last 13 years has certainly said a lot about him, and it said a lot about COSATU. I would think that this organisation would want to stand up against hate in our country, and it's been very distressing to see that they have stood by these very, very harmful words. And these words were threats to Jewish South Africans, and I don't think anybody should be condoning that.
Okay, we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much for your time this evening. That's Wendy Khan from the South African Jewish Board of Deputies speaking to us from here in Johannesburg.